At the death of Diocletian, many people struggled to take Diocletian's place as emperor. This led to a fragmentation of power, as the conflict between the people of political power led to the neglect of those beneath them. Another result of this tumultuous period were major economic problems. During the fight for power, farms were turned into battlefields, causing many acres of farmland to be destroyed. To add insult to injury, the same soldiers who were contributing to the ruin of the farmers' livelihoods were the ones that stayed in the farmers' homes and demanded room and board. The half a century after Diocletian's death was a period when Rome's population and production of goods fell. Unfortunately for the Romans, as soon as the turmoil ended, there was a need for both goods and people to create them, a commodity Rome did not have. Because of this lack of production, Rome had to raise taxes, and this put a ton of pressure on the middle and lower classes. To escape the large tax burden, the lower two classes became patrons of the government bureaucrats. This caused the Roman economy to change from having mostly small-scale farmers to large plantations. These plantations caused the remaining Roman farmers to go out of business. Soon farmers were leaving their land to search for a more lucrative business outside of western Rome. At this point, desperate measures were taken by the last fragments of the crumbling Roman government. One of the laws imposed at this time made people slaves of their land. In other words, if you were born on a certain piece of land, you had to stay there and work the land for the rest of your life. After the period of civil wars which were spurred by the death of Diocletian and the subsequent power vortex, the western half of the Roman Empire was severely weakened. Without a strong central power, the military fell apart, allowing for multiple sacks and invasions from various Germanic tribes on the border of the empire. However, most of these invasions didn't happen because the Germanic tribesmen simply wanted to destroy things. Most of the barbaric tribes were very civilized and were well organized. The Visigoths, who took refuge from the Huns in the Eastern Empire and were relocated to the Balkans after the battle at Adrianople. The Visigoths made a deal with the Romans detailing certain rights in exchange for their military assistance. But after the death of Theodore I, the emperor with whom they made the deal with, the Roman ties with the Visigoths were severed. In 410 AD, the Visigoths took Rome to attempt to protest the broken deal. The next major invasion was by the Vandals, who had been treated equally as badly as the Visigoths. The last sack was by Odoacer in 476 AD, who wanted his people to have a higher status in Rome. Odoacer overthrew the last emperor of Rome, therefore 476 is the year when most people consider Rome fell. The disintegration of ancient Rome is not completely unique. Great empires inevitably fall, no matter how big they are. To say that all empires fall for the same reasons would be an oversimplification. However, there are some generalizations that one can make. For example, the overextension of power. Rome extended so far out that it became unsustainable, leading to its eventual split. Similar problems led to the demise of the Persian and Han empires. Another problem present in all three cases is the growing power of smaller officials. For the Han, it was the bureaucrats. For the Romans, it was the generals and the Germanic tribes. And for Persia, it was the satraps. Empires come and go, and although each one is unique, there are always some similarities. The disintegration of the Roman Empire and other empires made way for new civilizations like ours to form. One question remains: how will ours fall?